Okay, number 8, we're going to find the perimeter and the area of the parallelogram. Well, it says that they're either a parallelogram or a triangle. So if it's a parallelogram, we assume opposite sides are congruent. And we can go ahead and knock the perimeter out of the way. Perimeter is just the length of all the sides. So 11 plus 11 plus 5 and 5 gives us a perimeter of 32 meters. Now to find the area, remember the area is 1/2 the base times the height. But we have to find the height here. So what they did was they gave us a 30, 60, 90 triangle to find the height. So we'll start with what they gave us. They gave us opposite the right angle, which is 2t. So that would mean that t is 2.5, and the height, which is opposite the 60, is t square root of 3. So now we just erase and replace this t with what we found t to equal, which is 2.5. So the area of a parallelogram is just base times height, where the base and the height are the two that are perpendicular to each other. So the area is the base, which is 11, times the height, which we found to be 2.5 times the square root of 3. So that will give us an area of 47.6 meters squared. Okay, so I'd like for you to pause the video and see if you get what I get for number 9 for perimeter and area. Okay, and you should have gotten the perimeter is 36 centimeters and the area is 56.6 centimeters squared. Alright, number 10 is going to take a few steps. Let's first focus on the perimeter. The perimeter of the shaded triangle requires us to find this missing side and this missing side. Well, let's start out with this missing side. If you notice, it's actually the hypotenuse of the right triangle that's formed outside of the triangle, where we're given A and B and we're looking for C. So we would take A squared plus B squared, and that equals C squared. So C is what we're looking for. We have A, we're going to square it. We have B, we're going to square it. So C squared equals 64 plus 36. So C squared equals 100, and the square root of 100 is 10. That gives us this side here. Now the next part is tricky because we need to find the length of this side, which makes up the hypotenuse of this big triangle here. So we're going to do A squared plus B squared equals C squared again, except this time we have to use the length of this whole side, which is 10. We'll call that A, and we'll call this B. So this time C squared equals A squared plus B squared, where we're looking for C here. And we have 10 squared equals, where we have C squared equals 10 squared plus 8 squared. So C squared equals 100 plus 64. C squared equals 164. So C equals 12.8. So now that we have C, which is 12.8, we can find the length of, we can find the total perimeter, which is 10 plus 4 plus 12.8. So the perimeter equals 26.8. Now the area is a little bit trickier because the height is actually drawn on the outside of the triangle. And the reason they do that is because the height is always from the one end of the triangle perpendicular to the bottom. So the height we know is going to be 8. So the area will equal 1/2 our base times 8. Now the base, remember I said that the base and the height were always perpendicular to each other? Well, we're going to pretend that the height was drawn over here because the base of a triangle has to be on the triangle. So the height is 8, but the base is 4. So the area is going to equal 1/2 4 times 8. So the area is going to equal 16 foot squared.